outside is cold and bright, but when you take a breath, you'll inhale the sunlight and exhale the rest. We give up ourselves until love leaves a bruise. Invest in some chain mail to withstand abuse. But what if love is more than just the sum of what it cost? You yearn for the part of yourself you thought you'd lost. We're all older than we used to be, and closer to the ground beneath. Maybe we've got all the time to grow. Maybe we've got all the time, and maybe we don't know. In spite of our failures,
Hello, beautiful beings. How are you doing today? Hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, look, you can see my elbow. Elbow reveal. I say that as if you people haven't seen my elbow before. Hi, everyone. It's Friday. Hi, stars. Oh, it looks like Throne Alert bonked again. Am I right? Yeah. Why does it do that so often? Hi, Thymie. Good to see you. Is it Thymie or Timey? I feel like I've asked you before, and I forget every single time, which is correct. Let me see what the hell Throne is doing. Because I had to make a new alert last time. Thymie. Okay, I was right. I second guessed myself, or like at this point, since I've asked you multiple times, it's like quadruple guessed myself at least. I don't know why Throne breaks so often, but it is kind of frustrating. This is what I want. That should already be set up. Why are you telling me I need to set it up? Okay. Thank you for telling me again. I will probably ask you again when I forget again. You know how it is. It's like, that's the same. Do I really need to do this every single time? I don't want to redo this every single time. No, okay, that one is broken too. Okay, no Throne alerts. They've decided that that's illegal, I guess. I don't, like, I had to make a new one last time, and it just, like, fixed itself. I don't know. Maybe I need to mess with that more, because that's like the 4th time it's broken, and I'm kind of over it. maybe I will be changing how that works. Maybe I'll just integrate it with Twitch alerts? I don't know if that would be any better. That's what I'm already connected there. I don't know why Throne breaks all the time. Whatever. I don't get enough Throne gifts that it's like a big deal if the alerts don't work, honestly. But I will write it down on my little list to do anyway. Sorry, that really distracted me. How is everybody doing today? How are you guys? I've got a cat staring at me really hard off camera. So we have more little prompts to do. I'm slowly but surely working my way through these. I'm glad you're doing better, Stars. I know you had a bad headache yesterday. I don't know what I was looking for. Oh, I was gonna show you guys my art fight attack because I did post it in our Discord. Oh, that's fair, Thyme. Like, I did post this in Discord, but here's the art fight that I did yesterday. Hi, Robotoast. Good to see you. Turquoise. We can do that. You guys saw me do the other one, so this one was my first attack on Potato. And then I did this one. This wasn't anybody that I knew. I just found their character on Tumblr, and I was like, hello, that's delightful. It was a glitter star. Okay. Eventually, I'll, like, get my stuff organized so I don't have to, like, unstack and restack everything every 5 minutes. But it's not today. I'm pretty sure I set the glitter one somewhere. Also, my nose is stuffy today, which I don't think is a shock to anybody because my nose has been stuffy repeatedly all summer. Oh, I didn't know you were on Art Fight. We should follow each other. What team are you, Thyme? Yeah, you can sniffle that if you want to. Okay, we got a nice turquoise. Or Robo Toast. Yeah, if you have an art fight and I'm not following you, you should tell me and then I will follow you. If you do ! art fight, you'll get a link to mine if you want to follow me. But I was definitely looking at more characters this morning. I also got my next attack inked, but I can't show you guys that one because it might get spoiled for the person it's for. But some people have seen it. I'm excited about it. I might, thank you, Stars, I might finish that one and then not do it as an attack quite yet and save it for like a special time. Oh, that sucks, Thyme. I hope that they get back to you. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, little glitter star for Robo Toast. Into the bucket it go. Cool. Yes, hello baby man. Are you done sniffing this? Can I put it away now? Okay. For those who don't know, we're cat sitting a cat. And his name is Khan, but I call him Mr. Baby Man. And he's our boss now. And he really likes pets, and he likes sitting next to you while you're doing tasks. So whenever I'm streaming, he'll come out here and sit with me. He was really offended that I was petting him on my bed, which is where I hang out like all the time, and got up and came out here because he wanted to lay on the bed. Because I've got a little nest of blankets set up for him. Because he really likes fuzzy blankets. But actually, speaking of that, I should move my iPad so he doesn't jump up on it. Where is safe from you, baby man? I guess right there. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to do, like I'm gonna alternate, so somebody I know and then somebody I don't know, and somebody I know and somebody I don't know. I think because I have enough of both. Because I keep going through the tags, and I need to stop. I need to stop looking at tags. I need to stop bookmarking characters because there's no way I finish everybody I've bookmarked. Like absolutely no way. I'm Team Fossil. Just because I like fossils. I'm actually one of the tattoos I'd like to get is a little Animal Crossing fossil on my thumb, except the blue part is like pride colors. Actually, I have a thing too. Yeah. So like this design, except with pride colors. This is something I cross-stitched. I made this pattern and cross-stitched it myself. And the reason it's in the, you guys didn't see me pull it from there. I love that it has paint splatters on it. Good lord. But this is it lives in the star jar now. Because when we fill that, I think I will, one, give away a commission, and two, give away some of the keychains that I have hanging out because they never sold. So they aren't listed in my shop anymore. I might relist them. I don't know. They're really expensive to ship. And because I actually appropriately calculated how much my time cost for doing these, I think they're more expensive than people want to pay for. Which is like fair, but also kind of discouraging. So I didn't move them over to my shop when I moved from Ko-fi. But they're so cute. So I have these ones, like I have the Animal Crossing fossil, and then I have one that's a shiny charm from Pokemon. I'm thinking like maybe I'll make a design similarly that's Stardew related. Because I am a Stardew person now. But I'm not sure what it would be. Like I think the chickens would be cute. But trying to figure out like if you're doing pride colors, how to get the lines in for all the different colors can be a bit of a task. But yeah, I am a fossil believer. Although I think both teams are nice this year. Like, I definitely had to think about it. Star fruit, that's a good idea, Stars. I should write that down. Baby man, you're sitting on my notebook again. I'm gonna write around you. Oh, that's illegal. Okay. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Okay. Actually, Cap and I just started another farm together. Hi, Shani. That sound makes me giggle every single time. Okay. I said this already. We have more prompts to do. Hope you're ace today, Shani. It's true because you're an ace mod. Hi, Felds.
To the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Oh, I can cross that one off because I did that already.
Space.
We have quite a few to go through. I do have an idea for tomatoes because I was musing on that one. Tomatoes is Hope. Tomato asked if he could do a concept instead of like a specific prompt word. I was like, yeah, man, let's go. He was like hope, and I was like, okay, well, how does one portray hope? And my idea involved a hand, and I was like, is there a way to do this so that it doesn't have to hold a hand, like be a hand? I don't want to have to draw a hand, but I think drawing a hand is the correct way to go. So we're gonna draw a hand. So I'm just pulling up a reference on my phone right now, and we're gonna do our best. Stars, you're brilliant. Did you know that? You're just full of good ideas today. I think Stars has the brain cell today. Maybe I want to do a bigger piece of paper for this though. Do I? Do I want to do the little one? I think little one is fine actually. Okay. Can I draw a paw any better than I can draw a hand is the next question, and I don't know. Furry reference art, save me. Furry reference, save me, furry reference. Let me see here.
We'll drag you out into the light, quiet like the vines. What are you afraid of? If you
Sorry, I'm looking at references on my phone off screen. That's why you weren't seeing anything happen right now. Oh, I guess you can see the corner of my phone. I did move my camera a little bit, so if stuff is blurry or anything, please let me know. Because it looked blurry to me when I started up today, so I adjusted a little bit. But it can be kind of hard to tell on the tiny laptop screen, you know? Okay. If I do it kind of like this. And this is going to be where I'm like, why can't I do this digitally? Because I've been doing digital art for Artfight, and it's so much easier to adjust things as you're going. Because I think that needs to be bigger, but I think that shape is okay. Because my idea is to have a little like sprout in the hand, and then have it be like a bright spot with a dark background. Is my thinking. I guess I would want like the palm there. I'm just gonna keep working on this, and then I will make it bigger once I feel like I have the shape right. Which I think that's not bad. I do think I'll probably add claws, because gently holds, you know? And maybe I will, you know what, you guys, I think we can turn this into an art fight. What if I make this Tomato's paw? I think if I'm doing that, do I want to make it bigger? No, I still think small is fine, like. But let me also pull up Tomato's reference sheet. Because that counts, it's the character. It just doesn't have the face in it, you know? It'll count. Tomato. Tomato, tomato, tomato. I am working on... there we go. I'm pretty sure I remember what color his paws are, but I could double check anyway. Yeah, no, you're brilliant, Stars. Very good idea. Okay. You know what I should have done? Taken a photo of the paw that I liked before I erased it. That would have been like the smart idea. But since when do we do smart ideas around here? I think that's illegal. It's like... I think we should give Tomato some beefy forearms. Right, Sleepy? Let me pull up the other. Let's play how many references can I flip between. We only have 3 references going right now. It's fine. It's fine. No problem at all. So like I wanted like the palm bump there, and then I want a thingy, little thingy, and the bottom of this isn't quite right. I think I need to do it kind of like that. Because I will say quietly that I do have another idea for Tomato. So even if this counts, which I think it does, Tomato will be getting a better, like, fuller art piece from me too. I don't know that this one is as good as the last one, but I also think that it's fine. Oh yeah, if you're in the Discord, you saw what my breakfast beverage was today. I made a coffee float to go with my breakfast. So now we're down to the part that's really just melted ice cream. Make this a little beefier. Yeah, so I had iced coffee that I started making yesterday, and then I just put some ice cream in it, basically. Oh yeah, with breakfast. It was not just my breakfast. I always have my same brekkie, which I have a frozen breakfast sandwich, which I unfreeze, obviously. And then some dried mango and some grape tomatoes and an orange. I would not have it as just that for breakfast, because I would turn into a heinous bitch in like a half hour because I was hangry. I think the pinky is too big, and that's why I don't like it. I mean, really, I don't like it because I'm the one making it, but you know. You know how it goes. Okay, Tomato's Rough does have 3 fingers, okay. And he does have black paws, and then he has like red on the... Is it like the outer arm? Yes. So it would be red like here. I think. Yeah, it was really good, honestly. Like, let's go. You think that kind of like help implicate the wrist if we do a little dip in the red there? It will help with that. And I need the other bit right there. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Sleepy. That's what my breakfast caffeine today was. Cause I think I told you guys. I told somebody. I think it was you guys. That I had a dream the other night where I was having a Diet Dr. Pepper float. And I was like, God, that sounds so fucking good. So I asked Greg to get ice cream, and then I haven't made a float. And I was like, you know what? What if I just do that with my iced coffee today? And maybe tomorrow I will do one with Dr. Pepper. Because I deserve little treats. I'm working really hard all the time. Just in case anybody was wondering. I think that's clear. Like, it looks like a messy sketch right now. But I think that's good enough. I'm going to ink this. And we'll see if I like it or hate it after that. But I was actually talking to Sleepy about this yesterday. I need to like chill the fuck out about being a perfectionist for art fight anyway. And just like in general, honestly, that's always a difficult bit for me. But no matter how this turns out, it'll be fine, and I need to chill the fuck out. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that would be. I need to stop having emote ideas too because I don't have like more slots. That would be a good emote bapping with a cardboard tube kind of vibe. I need to change it right there. Let's fix that a little bit at least. Because this is your first art fight too, isn't it, Sleepy? No, it's not the best hand I've ever seen, but that's okay. And then I wanted a little bit of dirt here. Boop, 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 boop. A little palb. I might as well actually do this too. Did my brain work? No. I'm really tired, and I'm gonna be even more tired tomorrow because it's firework day here in the US. Yeah, that's very sleepy, and I will argue with you about that a little bit, because that's not 8x8. Sleepy made that, by the way, in case anybody was curious. Uh-huh, yeah. All right, brat. I said something yesterday to Cap, and like before it had even fully left my mouth, I could hear him making a face. And I was like, don't come at me for this. I'm expressing an issue. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is what my brain is telling me so that you understand. I was like, so I went like really hard on that one art piece for Art Fight that I posted yesterday. Or in Discord this morning, because I forgot to put it in my own Discord. I put it in other people's Discord and not mine. But like, I think part of the reason that I felt the need to go so hard on the background and like the scenery for that one is because I'm really bad at anatomy, which is kind of important when you're drawing people's characters. So I've really saved a bunch of little guys where I don't need to be really good at anatomy, but I also feel like, and again, this is what my brain is telling me, this is not true, and I'm aware, don't yell at me. But I also feel like I need to make up for the fact that I'm not good at drawing the character by making everything else a lot better. Which again, like, that's not true. Nobody fucking cares. But my brain is my brain, so. Yeah. I'm proud of you too, Sleepy, which I've told you already, but I will tell you again. I will say, like, figuring out what counts as what for, like, point collection is weird. Because, like, polished, if it's polished or not, there's a little checkbox, and I'm like, what counts as that? Like, my idea of polished is not somebody else's idea of polished. Like, to me, this is not polished. But Cap was like, that's polished, and I was like, no, it's not. What is the difference, you might ask? I don't fucking know. It's just, I don't know. Everything is so subjective. Okay. For sure, Shawnee. For sure. But, like, to me, this isn't polished because I just kind of did it all in one go, I guess. And I only did, like, one sketch layer. Even though that's how I usually do, like, physical pieces. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't count as polished in my brain. And I don't know why. I've never done anything in my whole life. Okay, I need to do the background for this one first. Because otherwise the darker colors that are on tomato will bleed into the background. Hi, Doodle! How are you doing? Which kettle, Shawnee? Tell us the kettle lore. I think I kind of want to... I'm not going to finish the sentence. Don't worry about it. Which kettle? Give us the deets, Shawnee. I'm excited to see Doodle. The one that you did for Cap was so good. I was on call with him when you dropped it. And we were both like, oh! It was really funny too because we were on call and we both got the notification. Cap, I'm going to beat you to death. We just both started laughing hysterically. Just in case anyone's wondering, if you're into violent threats, attack Doodlebee's characters. Like if that's your thing. That doesn't stop him. Yeah, tell us your random thoughts, Shawnee. We like hearing random thoughts with Shawnee. Or even not random thoughts with Shawnee. But I may or may not already have something planned for you, Doodlebee. And I have it on good authority that you'll think it's hilarious, so I'm excited. I will also show you the other one I've been working on later, Doodle. No, that was fucking hilarious, Doodle. We loved it. Yeah. Yeah. I came up with a great idea, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do that. I want it to be... I want a little bit of green in here to go with the... And this paper dried up so freaking fast. Can you stay wet? That's what he said. Right? I love getting Shawnee lore. Because it's like so rare if Shawnee tells you like the background of something, you feel so special.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Hello. Did that gasp like actually pick up? Yeah, I have a few ideas for people, and I'm excited. But I need to, I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. I need to stop checking the tags for characters because I've been saving more characters than I can ever possibly do. There's just so many cool little guys out there. And you know me, I love a little guy. We do. We love Shawnee in this chat. We love Shawnee in any chat. We love Shawnee when they're not in chat. We just love Shawnee. This is a Shawnee appreciation stream. I will say, so like, Anybody who has ever tried to put my art on stream when I've rated and given art tags knows that I make big art. Artfight's limit for how big an art piece can be is cramping my style. I'm having to resize everything before I upload it. We love Shawnee. We do. Because, like, their max is 5 megabytes, which is less than Tumblr, I will point out. Because I believe now the Tumblr limit is 25 megabytes. They've upped it over the years. So small. And, like, I get it. Like, the server power is expensive and all that kind of stuff. Like, I understand, but also, let me post my super big art. Let me do it. Okay, this background is going to take a little bit to dry, so I think I'll get started on another one after I finish doing the background, and we can come back to this one. Because if I try to do the rest of it while the background is wet, it's just going to suck all the pigment out, and it's not going to be fun. Well, it's not going to be what I want. It can be fun if that's what you're going for, but that is not, in fact, what I'm going for today. Which means I need to decide another prop to work on. There are many options. I did have an idea for Hammerhead that I haven't finished. That one's for Cap. Right? I don't think of Shawnee every time I eat soup. I do think of Shawnee every time I see a turtle, though. For sure. And I actually was talking about Shawnee while I was on call with Cap last night because I made the pear wiggler joke, which Shawnee and I regularly quote in various places. Chinese food is really good. But I had to send Cap the screenshot. Well, actually, it's an animated GIF of the pear wiggler post on Tumblr. Bad and naughty children go in the pear wiggler to atone for their crimes. Because he showed me a reel on Instagram of how they like harvest cherries. So they have those like tarps that go underneath the tree, and then the machine that shakes the tree so that the tarp catches all the cherries. It's like bad and naughty trees go in the wiggler. Yes, I love that. Caught a Shawnee. Yeah, see, I have 2 people to send raccoon videos now, so I need to send them to Sleepy, obviously. But my friend Aiden is also a big raccoon fan, so I end up sending them to both. Yeah, it's Sleepy. Trying to decide what I want to do next. I don't know is the answer. Maybe I will do Hammerhead next. Because I want it to be like silly and long. What did I do there? Why is there a pencil mark on this? Who knows? Oh, yeah, Shawnee. That's really sweet. My grandma in her kitchen has, like a pot rack, but it's decorative, like a hanging one. And it has, like, a bunch of, like, decorative, that used to be used and aren't anymore, like copper, pans and molds, like Jello molds and stuff like that. which is always very aesthetic TM to me. I actually took a picture of it last time I was there because I was like, maybe I will paint this. Hi, scientist. Good to see you. Okay, I need to look up hammerhead shark. Let's go. Good. I'm glad they got there safely. Because I know you're all from like delightful angles, so that's perfect. Okay. I'm glad you like them. I'm glad everybody's like, it seems like they arrived pretty quickly for folks, which is good. Okay. Will you stay there, please? Thank you. Because Cap asked for a hammerhead shark, and I kind of just want to do like a face, like its head from the front, because I think that's really fucking funny. They're just weird little guys. I say little guys as if they aren't gigantic and could eat me, but you know, same diff. Ah, good. I'm glad. It's nice to be able to send you some stuff too, because you've always been such a supportive sweetheart. You were creaming, Doodle? I didn't realize my art was that good. High compliment. I know you meant screaming, but the joke had to be made. I think I'm gonna like intensify how rotund his eyes were because that's funnier. I'm saying his. I do not know the gender of the shark. The shark can be whatever they want. I have been called a succubus before. I do like just in general for Art Fight, somebody, I won't out them, but somebody asked me a question about my persona yesterday. It was like, how would you describe this thing? Like, how would this part on your persona look like? And so I answered, obviously, and was like, I'm excited to see what you're cooking up. Sorry, my nose is still stuffed up. That's so funny. Okay, and then he also needs this and this. How exactly do your eyes look? Let's see. They're facing off the sides here. I don't know who, like, made this thing, but, like, good work. It's so fucking weird. Okay. Now I need to do teeth. I'm gonna do 2 rows of teeth because he's a shark and he deserves it. I mean, I feel like those go hand in hand, honestly, sex wizard and sexy wizard. Like, I feel like if you're one, you're the other. Or maybe all sex wizards are sexy, but not all sexy wizards are sex wizards. That's great, Doodle. Love that. Okay. I also want to get the line down for where the blue ends on here. because otherwise I will for gore. Next question is, do I want to ink this or do I just want to leave it loosey-goosey? I think loosey-goosey. Let's just bang this puppy out and then we will do... Oh, actually, let me do the thing on the back first. Waddle Botter. Hi, Cap. That's what I'm working on. Thank you, Shadi. Oh, excuse me. It is. He's long. Well, maybe wide is more accurate. Maybe. Oh, nice, Sleepy. How have I been writing these? I need to look at the bag like literally every single time of another one to do it correctly. It is too hot in here already. Yeah, there's somebody on the porch. It's fine, dude. Always so dramatic. Okay. Okay, noted, stars. Generally speaking, if I tell people that I've done something like that, I will remember. Although that doesn't always work because my brain refuses to brain correctly. That's a good question, actually, as far as like Chinese history goes. I don't know who gets the credit for giving us rice. I do know a lot about Chinese salt production because of the salt book that I read, which I will never shut up about because it had so many fun facts. It was also a very long book, so like the opportunities for fun facts were many. Sleepy, you would fuck anything though. Like, we've talked about soup, we've talked about oatmeal. I think you just have a problem, Sleepy, and you need to admit it. I think you watched that grapefruit video and it changed something in your brain chemistry and now none of us are safe. We know you do, Sleepy. So it was a Freudian slip. That's what you really meant? That you were trying to behave? I feel like, Shawnee, you should ask if Sleepy has already been there, and then if they haven't, you can heat up your rice in safety. Because I would be concerned that Sleepy had already been there and your rice was not virginal, you know? Maybe I'll make the inside of the mouth kind of magenta tinted. Hi, Herbal. Yeah, I do want a smaller brush for that, actually. We gotta get your exercise in before, you know, you're laid up after surgery. Because let me tell you, everybody has to be nice here except me. Because it's my stream and I do what I want. I may end up going back over the teeth with some white ink because I definitely just painted over a point there. To be fair, Sleepy was making fun of Herpel before Herpel got 100% stinky. That just intensified the situation. Like, to be fair to Herpel, that was not the originator. Yeah. You got a new inhaler yet, Sleepy? I need to know for budget planning reasons if I'm buying you both pho and hot pot when I'm there. I'm pretty sure Sleepy actually has 4 cheeks. And is fine with any of them being slapped. It's almost like we know each other or something. You got mouth. You should, Doodle. And no offense, but you should come to Alaska because I don't want to go to Florida. I think that I would die. Yeah, I know you have scheduling issues with your doctor, Sleepy. Because we've talked about it. Like, aside from everything else, the level of heat there, I think I would just melt and I would never recover. Tomato is incredible, it's true. Maybe I should do this in red instead of pink, but I feel like pink is funnier for some reason. Got gums.
All you wanted was a little taste. Wanna let a single sin you go to waste. You should stop, you know you should.
Yeah.
Nothing else can make me feel this good. Hard as hell and
Well, yeah, duh.
until you're nothing but
As if I don't literally send you pictures of me every single day. Come on, I know the drill. I know what my responsibilities are. Okay, let's do these black eyeballs. I will say, like, normally I do my physical art by doing the sketch digitally and then transferring it onto the paper. And just drawing straight on the paper, I am incapable of centering anything. Alright, good luck. I will talk to you later. Oh yeah, I do need to talk to both Doodle and Sleepy about when we're doing collab things. Just so that I don't forget, I'm saying that out loud. It is not like a dire situation, and Doodle is going under the knife next week, so not an immediate situation. But if I keep saying it, then I won't forget, right? That's how brain for gore disease works. Oh, you should, Cap. Definitely. I've seen it. It's real good. Yeah, I feel that too, Sleepy. Because I like write at an angle. Your birthday is next week, baby. Good job. Are you doing anything special for your birthday? Because it's on a stream day, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Except when you're overthinking about yourself. Like, those are your only two options, really. You're either not thinking about yourself at all, or you're thinking too critically about yourself and being mean to my friend. Oh, cute! I would love that. To see both you and Tomato.
you'll drift on rings around the sun.
Yeah, for sure.
Bottle
I mean, I want to hang out with you for your birthday anyway. Hello, Con. Yeah, valid. To be fair, I haven't, although mine isn't for a while, but I haven't decided what I want to do for my birthday either. 'Cause I am gonna stream for sure, but I don't know what I want to do. Normally, like, if my birthday was a different time of the year, I'd be like, maybe I can do the Cap collab that day, but he's got his daughter, so no dice, he'll be busy. Hi, little baby man. Did the other set of hands stop petting you, and that's why you're back out here?
greatest part of life is to be
That's fair, Shawnee. Yeah, hi. It'd be nice to do something where, like, a game that has, like, Twitch integration so that we can, like, bully you in the game for your birthday. Just, like, show up and start yelling at you, happy birthday. Ooh, stars, that's great. Yeah, I'm like, I think everybody already knows this, honestly, but I'm pretty anal about wishing people happy birthday. Like, if you need to know somebody's birthday, I probably have it in my calendar, because if they have mentioned it to me once where I could see, it is in my calendar. Because I think it's important that everybody gets a time to be special. Yeah, I like getting to spend birthdays with people too, especially because, like, I don't know, if you're friends with somebody in person, you can, you know, stop by and give them a cupcake or something, you know. But with online friends, it's like you don't get to spend the same amount of, like, quality time like that. So it's nice to be able to just, like, hang out, you know. I don't know that that made a lot of sense, but I feel like you guys will understand what I was trying to say anyway. Yeah, I went through a phase where I made people tiny little cakes for their birthday. So because I had these, like, little silicone molds, so I would make teeny tiny little cakes for people. I feel like my camera is a little bit darker than normal. Oh, I just realized, you guys, yeah, that's my boob. You're welcome. Because I'm leaning forward. I did, like I said earlier, I moved the camera a bit. And I'm not showing as much cleavage as last stream, so I don't think I'll get in trouble. But you're welcome, I guess. Yes, you're waiting very patiently and nicely for pets, and I will give you some in just a second, baby man. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Oh, that's cute. Okay, you wanted 3 pets and then you wanted to go lay down. Alright. What else do I want to do on here? Maybe I want to add a little bit of swooshies in the background. Some little swooshies. You think at some point I need to have, like, a proper clean of my palette. Because it's kind of messy. There, now you can tell he's underwater. As if a shark would just be flying at you above water. Although I guess Sharknado. I'm gonna do some white ink over the teeth here. And I think I'm gonna call this guy done. I just kind of brushed over some of the tips of the teeth. You want to make sure you know they're sharp and pointy. I did watch Sharknado at one point, but I really do not remember it properly. Although I don't know that you really need to remember it properly. It's not like, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice or something. Do you think I need to shade the bottom lip a little bit more? And maybe the top one so it's clear that that's not teeth area? I feel like there isn't a very distinct line between those two areas. I wonder if I could convince somebody who has a computer that doesn't suck to do a movie night in my Discord for my birthday. Because I 100% could not run that off my laptop. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. I call it brain popcorn, where like it's fun to eat, but it's not like nourishing, you know? I do that for books too, so like murder mystery series are brain popcorn. Josie and the Pussycats. That's my favorite movie. Yeah, I feel like popcorn just makes sense. I also really like popcorn, so I think when I say that, people know I am not being derogatory. So that would be nice to do like a little movie night. BP! Hello. How's it going? But I don't know if I... Hi, Saloja. Yeah, I own it on DVD. I own it multiple times across different streaming platforms. It is legitimately my favorite movie. Do not ask me how many times I bought the soundtrack. Don't worry about it. The soundtrack slaps. My cousin and I, when we were younger, used to watch Josie and the Pussycats and Spice World back to back. whenever we had a sleepover. Like that was our tradition. There you go, Shawnee. We could do double feature with that if you guys wanted to have, fun time. Katie lore drops, I guess. Or we could just do the one. Whichever. But actually, the first date night that Cap and I had was him watching Josie and the Pussycats with me. Because he'd seen it before and, like, he remembered it, but he, like, vaguely, but he didn't fully remember it. And I actually owe him a movie night for his favorite movie. Because we said we would do both of them, and then we never did. So he's only watched my favorite. I haven't watched his favorite with him. Which is Fifth Element, because I know somebody's going to ask. But I said that we should do that for our anniversary, but he was just absolutely wiped that day, so. Yeah, see, I knew. Fifth Element. Yeah, I've watched that when I watched it with Grimm, because Grimm, was doing, I don't think they're doing it anymore, but they were doing a podcast with their roommate, about different movies. So I watched a bunch of the movies with Grimm that they were doing for that. And I hadn't seen a lot of them. Like, I had seen Fifth Element, but it was one of those situations where it was on in the background while I was at my high school boyfriend's house, and we weren't really paying attention to the movie. If you did, the movie was an excuse to hang out there, and I wasn't actually paying attention to what was happening. Ooh, good question, BP. I feel like today, kind of like, at least for me, it's really hot here, so I feel like it would be like a nice kind of snacky charcuterie kind of dinner today. Or anything with like tzatziki, something involving cucumber. Or the other standby is always pasta. Pasta is always the correct choice. Or a correct choice, I guess. Okay. Tiny red star for BP. Oh, I actually should change those amounts back because the tipathon is over and I didn't change those back to regular price. Oh, that sounds good. A gyro, yeah. Or hero, or however you want to pronounce it. Gyro. There's so many ways. Yes, I love tzatziki. I would legitimately just eat tzatziki with a spoon. I was actually telling Greg maybe we should order from the Middle Eastern place here for my birthday so I can just get a shit ton of tzatziki. Because often I was going to say make, but that is not accurate. But often Greg will cook dinner for me on my birthday because I'll ask for something specific. But also, it would be nice, especially if I'm streaming, we don't have to worry about cooking, you know? Yeah, that's totally fair, Shawnee. And Greg does like cooking. Like, he enjoys it. He made his own birthday dinner last night. Because he usually makes himself steak. We had steak last night. Alright. A teeny tiny little red star for BP. Yeah, totally fair, Shawnee. It's like a lot of thinking, and streaming is also a lot of thinking. So like, yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. birthday is the 3rd. Okay, I think the shark is done. He looks like a hammerhead shark and he looks super derpy and I love it. I made him so long or wide, I don't know. So let's get back to this one. I can get rid of that. Okay, where did I just set the small brush? There it is. So we have me. I can set the reference away. Me when I lie. There's cat hair in my paint, in case anybody was wondering. Get out of here. Ruining the vibes. Oh, I did not put in tomatoes, toe beans. Well, finger beans. Maybe I'll add those with a colored pencil. That will look nice, I think. Lost in the sauce of anatomy and I forgot. Okay, I do need to figure out how to mix the red for tomato because it's pretty dark red. Do you think violet-based red is the right call? Maybe darkening it with some warm gray? It's like I have a piece of scrap paper over here somewhere for this exact purpose. No, that is like maroon. Better? Yes, that is much better. Alright. Yep, yep. Have a good stream, Sleepy. I know that you're streaming even though you were polite and didn't say that in chat because I pay attention. Tell Pioneer I say hi. Slam my wrist into the paint palette like 30 times today. It's fine. I didn't need a wrist. Maybe I'm gonna change my camera settings here for a second because this is like, it feels very, very dark today. Which is ridiculous because it's like hella bright outside. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees today. I'm already too hot. It didn't get above 70 yesterday, and my room was 82 degrees. which should be illegal. Like, that is not allowed. I'll do that. No, wrong direction. That is too bright. Let's try this. Better? I do think that is better. Ish. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to use this screen for our little plant friend. And I don't know why I've decided that this is coming out of a lima bean, but I kind of have. I think that's one of the, like, you know, in like elementary school when they have you do a little science project. And I don't know if this is an everybody thing, but I do feel like it's a regular thing that people do, where they have you plant 2 plants and one of them you keep in a closet and one of them you keep where it can see sun. We did lima beans for that, I think. So maybe I just think of sprouts as lima beans now forever. Okay, that's not horrible. Let me do some more shading on the plant here. And I do think I'm going to use colored pencil a little bit on this to add some like warm light to the highlights, and also to add the paw pads. Because I think the palm pad would be mostly covered, but the ones on the ends of the fingers wouldn't be. Just part of why I made these shapes here. And add a little bit of yellow on here. I might add some more texture to the dirt too. Ew. I'm just popped weird. Okay. More dirt texture. Let me get a smaller brush for that. Oh, there's little baby brush. Here's little baby brush. I'll just get some texture in here. It feels a little flat to me at the moment. I don't know if you guys can even see that. This is so tiny. Just a little bean. Tomato is holding the bean gently and giving the bean hope. I'm gonna figure out how I want to do like a highlight a little bit on the bean dirt. A little bit of this, not a lot, so a little bit of this. Good. I think because it is the 4th of July here, I think I'm going to end up like staying up really late, not by choice. So I think I'm going to try to get like a bunch of art fight stuff done. And maybe an affirmation card, because those are the other things that I need to get done. I kind of want to... Where did I just set that? There it is. Yeah, the affirmation cards, I only have 3 left. So I've gotten a fair amount done. And I don't think anybody is like gunning for me because I haven't gotten theirs yet, but I would like to get it done because having things on my to-do list stresses me out. One of those things where it's like, yes, nobody is making me do it, but I'm making me do it. It does help that for most of it, like I have ideas and sketches down already. There's one that I haven't done yet, but that one will be easier to come up with an idea for, I think, because that one's for Grimm. And there are many things that I can say to Grimm in an affirmation card. I'm hoping Grimm is getting some sleep. He did not get a lot of sleep this week. Okay. Colored pencil time. There. Oh, no, Stack, don't fall. You're so sexy. Haha, don't. Okay. Just like round beans. I may end up doing some white, lift those up a little bit. Yeah, same, Shawnee. My neighbors were also like really loud last night. They had some teenagers over. And welcome back with delicious foods. Excellent. We love that for you. But both because it's too hot, and when it's too hot, I need to leave my window open. Otherwise, it doesn't cool down in my room at all and will actually get hotter. And the neighbors had a bunch of teenagers that were out being teenagers at like 11. So I had to shut my window. Because it was like, either you shut your window and you're too hot, or you don't shut your window and you're too hot and keep getting woken up by people shouting outside, you know? No good option, really. Maybe I could have, like, lifted up more. Notes the black before I did this. I think it's fine. I would just like it to have more depth, I guess. But I don't know that I can get like this. We'll try, though. Okay. That is better. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I want to add some yellow over top of stuff as like a warm light coming from the plant. Here's one Lilo. What other Lilo we got? Yeah, that's Spanish orange, right? Yeah. That will work. I do love how the mic picks up the pencil sharpener. Okay. I think I was gonna do like circular lines, but maybe I do something more like this. I've been really vibing with adding like a layer of regular highlights and then doing like color over the top to like have like a warm light kind of vibe to it. I don't know, it just feels good. I like it. I did that with the other art fight piece too, but I did that both with warm and cool light and had them kind of like battling, which was fun. I want to add a little bit of white ink to this. Let's see how many things I can add to this, shall we? Are you gonna work? The thin of the jelly roll doesn't always like to work properly. Doesn't show up super well, so maybe I'll do the thicker one. But not the thickest. Well, it doesn't help with the colored pencil because it is like wax based. So stuff doesn't always stick very well to it, which is fair. It's the limitation of the materials. And you can use that for super fun effects. So like if you do colored pencil or crayon underneath, like on the white paper, and then you watercolor over the top of it, because it's wax, it will resist the watercolor and give you fun textures. Which I actually haven't done in a while. I did that for Actually, an ACS song is playing. I did that for one of my Year of Lyrics pieces for them. I can take that out of the box in a second and show you. The other problem is that because I'm drawing on top of watercolor, sometimes it picks up the pigments and blocks the roller ball. The nib, I guess, but it's not really a nib. It's a problem with micron pens too, actually. If you do inking over top of the watercolor, it'll pick up a bunch of little particles from the pigment and it'll block it. And you can usually manage to get rid of it, but it still means that your pens wear out faster. Okay, Hope. There we go. And I will show you that piece of art before I forget. I really need to get like a box for all of my stickers because there's so many over here. Excuse me. I'm just gonna throw stickers frickin' everywhere. There's a bug on a piece of paper here. Can you leave? You're in the way. I won't hurt you, but I am going to pick you up off the table and put you someplace else. 100%. And honestly, just doing it. I think like experimentation and like playing around is very important, but also just fucking do it. If you do a bunch of it, like you discover new things, you play around a little bit, and things get a lot easier. These are not in order. What did I do to these? Where are you? It's in here somewhere. I'm fairly certain I didn't sell that one. Might be that that was one of the ones that I bagged up to bring with me to show the kiddos I was modeling for. I'm really excited to like have an actual proper workspace where I can like have a real filing system instead of just like an accordion folder that is constantly a mess. One day. I'd also love it if I would sell more original pieces of art so I could get rid of some of this. You know how it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I did bag that one up. So this one, for the texture and boil here, I did white crayon underneath to give it kind of like a bubbly effect. And then for outside of that, I did salt to get more. Well, I did salt a way that you aren't really supposed to. So I had like really big salt. I had like really chunky pink salt, and I put that down, and then I did more water over top of the salt chunks so that it kind of made a bubble area. So like here's a really good spot where you can kind of see the shape of the salt chunk here too. And it pushed the pigment in a really fun way. He's not even out here right now. He's probably in with the other pair of hands. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad they got there safely, DP. Yeah, I feel that, Shawnee. I 100% feel that. Sometimes, honestly, like, the best way to do that is just to finish it how it is. Because a lot of times, at least for me, that feeling that I get where I need to fix stuff in the middle is just because the piece isn't done yet. And honestly, sometimes just finishing it, no matter how you feel about it, will teach you more things. that you can like use if you decide to redo it entirely. Nice. That's a good way to do it, PP. We love a little treat. All right. I don't know how this is going to line up with points for ArcLight. I will be intrigued to see. Because I know, like, most of the point systems are like head and bust and stuff like that. I don't know how to count this off the top of my head. It's my first year, so I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just figuring it out. I think photographing it like this is the best bet. But I probably want to use my other photo app, because it will let me actually control the frickin' focus. Right there. Hello, Grim. Hi, Grim. I was talking about you. Okay, I'm doing a stretchy.
Show me your hams!
Doing hand and wrist stretchy, showing you my hams.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
What compliment do I want to give myself today? I've been blasting through like a lot of art. How about that? I've been doing art constantly, like every single day. I've been very productive on the art front. Yeah, I asked Rainbow if she would make a sound bite for me, and she did it on stream, so I was able to snag that and add it. And I isolated the audio and sent it to her too. Which is, I say isolated the audio. It did not involve anything big, because she has her music separated so that it doesn't show up in the VOD. But I did squish it out of the other things she was saying around it. I did say something nice about myself. I need to take a sippy. That's the last one. Alright, I've done the things. We have also... I need to put these somewhere instead of just moving them back and forth for the rest of all time. Let's use this. Ugh! I'll just hit myself in the head with something. Sorry, that was probably really loud. I was just saying, I was hoping you were getting some good sleep, Graham. If you're listening. This is my snapped flat dice tray. We're just gonna put all my stickers in here so that it's in a container that I can move. Instead of like constantly being in the way. Okay. I finished Hope. And I finished Hammerhead. Yeah. This one is nice, like, so it has like the velvet flocking on the inside, but because it snaps, you can store it flat and then pop it back up when you need it, which is nice. I do think I want to get one of those like breakfast trays, like the plain wood ones you can get at like Michael's. I kind of want to get one of those and decorate it. Because that, aside from just a dice rolling tray, that would also just generally be helpful. And then I could make the fabric inside whatever I wanted. I also have a bunch of dark green velvet left over from another project, because I made Al and Cap dice bags. And both of their favorite colors is green. Different greens, but... So I made the inside of those velvet, green velvet. And I have some of that left over, and it would be really nice to do like a dice tray bottom with. I was thinking I might make one for Cap at some point, because he definitely needs more gifts from me. He doesn't have enough. I'm not the most aggressive gift giver in the entire fucking world. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? We have a few here. We have two from Doodlebee, one from Rainbow, we have one from Jen, we have one from Felt, we have from Grim, and we have another one from Sleepy. Let's see. Gay, I just had an idea for. So, a little bit of a silly idea. I am thinking that there's two of these that I kind of want to do at an angle. Just to mix it up a bit. It is going to make it more difficult to fit into the mural that way. That's something I need to think about a little bit here. Oh, I also found more scrap paper when I was looking through here. Right here. Na-na. I do need to follow up with Sleepy and Tomato about D&D scheduling, because I think we're getting to a point where, like, we need to figure out the schedule, and then people are kind of ready to go. Because we've been cooking, all of us, most of us, many of us.
In the land of plenty, we don't know what the word no means.
I'm trying to think about how I want to do this.
Give me all the things I want. Make it new and shiny and
That's fair. I also don't feel ready,
watch
but
me turn the power
you and me and Cap have all been cooking pretty mightily. I did talk to Grim about my character, which led to some more like world building stuff
that you saved for.
being sparked in Grim's noggin.
Sleep without
So that was good.
a coronation
And I know that Cap talked to Grim as well,
from the funeral to
because I got messages from both of them at the same time. Like, I think we're gonna do really good at this. 'Cause I was like, I thought you two would line up pretty well with the DM and the player situation. Yeah, for sure, Stars. I did mention your stuff a little bit when I was talking to Grim when we were, because Grim and I were just kind of spitballing back and forth about various world building stuff. Because I was like, here, I'll tell you what I want my backstory for my character to be, and if that doesn't fit, we can, wiggle it around right now. And Grim was like, okay, well, that made my decision super easy on one front, and made a decision, so it was all good.
like a movie.
Yeah, I mentioned a little bit, like, not a huge amount, because I was like, has Stars talked to you about this? No, okay, I don't know that it's really my full place to say the entire story, but this thing that you've put into the world will make Stars' motivation a lot more valid, I think. Because the idea that there, like, aren't any visible gods, I guess is a way to put it, would help with your wanting to go and research your magic and stuff. I think it makes it make more sense. I do want to finish my character design at some point too. I also have given my character so many traumas. That's just how D&D works. Like, okay, so if I wanted to do one this kind of way, there is a way that I could end up making that like an actual square if I did other, kind of like a quilt block. Let me figure that out. Ooh, I didn't mean to set that down so hard. Sorry. Let me figure this out. So if I wanted to do one diagonal, kind of like this, I wanted to do another one, kind of like going from here that was a bit longer, like this, mayhaps. that's not. That's the line as it should be. Because then I could just add some like little triangle guys to make it kind of like an actual square. Weird triangles. I don't know. I think perhaps this is more thinking than I really want to do. Which, like, I don't know, I'm thinking about that, like, meme stuff. Thinks twice. I don't even thinks once. Like, yeah, there is a way to do that, but I think it's, like, more work than I really want to do. The other option is to take a piece of paper that's already like this and then split it into pieces. Because then it will match back up to be the right size. Me trying to figure out where I put something. Like, I feel like I saw it recently. This works though. I think the play is to cut this one piece of paper into shapes, and then I will use those for things, and then it will fit back together. Because that won't involve any math, it just involves me slapping things together. Because actually I could do one triangle up here, and that would be fine, and then one triangle down here, and then have this like this. Because I want to do Kveld's Comet, and I think it would be cool to do it diagonally. Like it's shooting down, you know? And I was thinking the other one that I just had an idea for was Google Gay. Google Gay, that is not the words that I meant to say. Doodle Gay. Doodle's prompt, which is gay, one of them anyway. A brick with like a brick being thrown with like rainbow like motion lines coming out of it. I also think that I need to trim this paper a little bit because the edge is kind of scrungly, which my guillotine cutter just does that sometimes for some reason. Sometimes it's just like, actually I don't want to cut it, I want to tear this. Rip and tear and shred. And I'm like, could you not? This is expensive paper, bruh. Okay, how big are you? You're like 5 by 5-ish? Yes. Successfully just stopped myself from sneezing. I don't know why. I mentioned this in Stars' stream the other day. I have to actively think about sneezing now. I have to like decide to sneeze. Which means that I can also keep myself from sneezing. Which is weird. Like if I think about it too hard. I love that, Shoddy. So I will say, in a Google L, I guess, I may have convinced Cap to switch over to Firefox from Chrome yesterday. We were talking about it. He was complaining about like how sluggish Chrome was, and I was like, Chrome takes up so much like CPU and stuff, and it's only to spy on you. Like it's not even doing its real job. I think that's a little too thick. I think doing 1.5 maybe. Like maybe 1.25. Let's try 1 1/4 and see how we feel. Yeah. Because, like, obviously my laptop sucks. We all know this. She tries really, really hard, and she has problems. But, you know, she was not born for a working life. And so because Chrome is so like resource intensive, if I'm running Chrome, I literally cannot run anything else on my laptop or it resets. Which is like ridiculous, honestly. Because I think the only program that's worse than Chrome for CPU usage on my box is the sticker cutting software. Which is horrifying, honestly. All right. I think if we do Comet here, then Gay Brick here, then I need to figure out something else for here. I guess I have Bat. That might work well for that shape. Or just Bat might work. I was kind of thinking I might do the Bat a little silly, kind of like those medieval drawing of bats, you know? Those silly little guys from like Straight On. And then I need to make it gorgeous, and I haven't fully decided, but I'm thinking maybe some sort of bedazzle situation would be good. Just think that would be funny. I do need to look up reference for Comet. Veld said I would get extra points if I got the tails right. And I want extra points, because I'm an overachiever. Correct? Me too, they're so fun. That one of the horse that's Straight On is so beautiful to me. Yeah. Okay, so those will all sit together when they all get pieced. I am going to do this. Hello. So that I remember which direction it's supposed to go. Bottom, top, and then put this way. Top, bottom. Yeah. Okay. That way I will also remember which side is front and which side is not front. I don't think I really need that, but I'd rather put it down now before I forgot, you know? Okay. I don't think I necessarily need a reference for a brick. I think I can manage that one, but I will look up a reference for a comet. I hope AI dies a horrible, horrible death. Can I add NASA to this and see if that helps? Not particularly is the answer to that. I should set this over here. Not technically, because the person who did that specifically did it after the tip-a-thon because they didn't want to make a big deal out of it. Which was very kind in any number of ways. So I did include that for the donation that I gave to Identity Alaska. But I didn't count it as having hit stretch goals. But if the person who donated wanted me to do one of those, I would do it anyway, just because I'm like that as a person. It is so impossible to tell which of these are AI and which aren't. I don't know what they're supposed to look like. Yeah, it really does. It's gonna take... Who was saying that? I think it was Lesbian was saying it. That it's going to take, decades to wash the internet of all of the, tainted data and stuff. I'm tired. I don't want it. Can we stop? Yeah, for sure, Shani. It was very nice. It was very, very kind. I still do need to order the printer. But I think I might order that after I get back from vacation because I want to be able to be here and open it when it arrives to make sure that everything's okay. My brother could do that for me, but I don't want to add more stuff to his plate. What is it I want? Okay. That is not an actual photo of a comet. The printer specifically. Just because since it's a delicate piece of expensive equipment, I'd rather be here so that I can open it and make sure it's okay, especially since it's getting shipped to Alaska, because things take a while to get here and they get a little bumped up sometimes. I don't know that I'm gonna find the kind of reference image that I actually want. This one would be... So I was like, oh, I should order it right at the start of the month, and then I was like, ooh, I don't know how long it's gonna take to get here because I am ordering directly from the printer company. So I just got a big old smudgy fingerprint on my glasses. Love that for me. Why did that not even remotely take me to the photo that was there? Hello? Ooh. Yeah, I did get to see some stars art yesterday. What is that? Right, yes. There we go. A real photo. That took way more work than it should have. I hope AI dies. Okay. Let me just get a little bit of a sketch of Ernie here. I think I'll have the... I guess it's called the nucleus. I just learned that. The nucleus of the comet. It has kind of like a... I would call it kind of like a water spray kind of vibe to it. It kind of smooths out the farther away you get. Said nucleus. I like that. Okay. And I want a brick. That's a bad line. Don't do that. I'm gonna make this a little scrungly because it is being thrown. Means it's probably seen some shit before. Like me too, bestie. Like that. Like these will be going in opposite directions. And they will kind of match a little bit. They will mirror each other. Like that. Yeah, it's just like the fact that I know I've brought this up on stream before, but I have to bring it up again because it's so heart-wrenching. MoFat figured it out. AI can never have an original idea because all it's doing is reading everything else and then spitting out a remix, basically. MoFat was like, yeah, it can never have its own original idea. And the fact that a man who continually gets paid for his horrible ideas figured that out is something else. Okay, I do need to decide what I'm going to do for the top of this one. I think, and then we can work on all three at once. I do also have Cozy from Doodle, which might work if we did. You know what? I can make this another art fight. You know what I can do? I can make this Doodle cozy in a blanket. That's what I can do. We could do like cozy banky kind of situation. Now that I've got it on the brain, nobody's safe. I will want to go look at Doodle's ref sheet though. Doodle bee. We could have Doodle face. Technically, Doodle could also count as Gorgeous Bat, I suppose, but I don't want to double up prompts. If I was going to double up prompts, I would give Doodle a little thing of Cocoa. So that's another prompts that I have. I can finish a sentence, don't worry about it. I do also have another idea for Doodle, but I can attack people multiple times and they can't stop me. How mouth? I do want to give you like a little happy cat mouth with your little twofers. And Doodle does. Their guy has heterochromia. I want to make sure their eyes are open. I want to give them like happy cheeks. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't keep me from liking you. Sorry about it. There are some people I'd like to do like I've had ideas for it, but I don't think that it's the right call to do that. There's some complicated stuff. Shawnee knows partially what I'm talking about. Okay, I want their chest fuzz peeking out of the blanket too. And then I have like little blankie cover arms here. Yeah, I feel that, BP, honestly. You should chill the fuck out. Just vibe. Okay, what else do I want to put on this? What kind of pattern should I put on the blanket? I wonder. Yes, good Shotty. That floor time is legitimately a good choice, always. What pattern do I want to put on this blanket? Yeah, honestly, there's just too many things. You can't even like specify one. There's just too much muchness, is what I call it. Oh, let me actually put keyholes in here. That would be helpful. Oh, they also have a nose ring. Means I should probably get them nostrils so that the septum piercing makes sense. They also have piercings on their ears. think that's just supposed to indicate the lip. And then eyebrow. That does not have eyebrows in this image. There's like covered lid. Yeah, honestly, Shawnee. I'm sure like a lot of generations have felt like that, but like how many once in a lifetime events do we have to live through before we can have a fucking break? It's ridiculous. I'm over it. Just stop. Stop. We're done. You don't need to do anymore. I'm just like kind of do this. Little ear lines. Like that. Yes, I think that's cute. Okay. I know for a fact that I do not want to ink the, I almost said asteroid, that is not the right word, the comet, because it's got kind of a loosey-gooseier feel. So, that is definitely not a thing that I will be doing. But I definitely want to ink Doodle here. And maybe a brick too. And I still haven't decided what I want to do for the blanket. The ear kind of goes off the edge. It's fine. People wanted things centered, they wouldn't make me draw. Man, speaking of being centered, because Shawnee was being like, you should do grounding. I've been so bad about doing my meditation lately. And my journal, for that matter. I have not touched my journal in like 4 days. I'm not feeling it. I'm not sure if that's like a good sign or a bad sign, honestly. Part of it is just I feel busy like literally constantly. So whenever I get up in the morning, I'm like, I got shit to do. I need to squeeze all of this work in today. Little two furs. I do like, this is another compliment for myself, you guys get a freebie. I do like that I'm mixing up between like digital and physical art for ArtFright. Because I do both. And like, yes, physical art takes longer, so doing these little watercolor doodles, quote unquote, watercolor doodle, get it? Is nice to just kind of mix it up between the two, I guess. Be like, yes, I do many things here. Actually. I don't know how I manage it, but Doodle looks high in this. High on comfort. Okay, I need to let that dry before I try to erase it so it will ink the brick, and then we can switch back and forth. It won't be like super defined, I guess is what I mean. Line art. It's one of the fun things with like brick and stone and stuff is doing just like kind of like light and wiggly lines, just because it gives it a lot of texture. I feel like. Now, do I want to ink the rainbow slots or no? Is the next question. I think no, but I do think I'm gonna add some little like sparkles in here. Just because that feels extra gay to me, and that's the prompt. And we love a sparkle. Maybe I'll do one over the rainbow area. Yeah, right, when the cozy hits good. I do think that it's funny me putting Doodle in like a cozy little blanket because Doodle does live in Florida. They don't need a blanket. They need an air conditioner. Okay. I'm gonna have to paint around those and it's gonna annoy me, but it's probably worth it. Okay, let me... I think this one was light enough that it shouldn't smear. And I'm not as worried about this one smearing, honestly, than the Doodle one. I don't want to fully erase these lines. I just want to lighten them up a little bit. Okay. I think first I'm going to do the background on the comet, just because I want that to be pretty dark for the background, so I'll probably want to do multiple layers. And I guess this persona is technically named Jameson, which I didn't know. I've just been calling it Doodle. Well, him Doodle. Jameson has he, they pronouns. Leon, my son, I need your services. That's nice. I like that, Shawnee. I still haven't decided what pattern I'm doing on that blanket. We might end up just doing like a loosey-goosey kind of wiggle. with watercolor. It's like just doing some like blooms looks nice without having to be like a repeated pattern that I would have to draw. Okay, starting here is what I'm doing. I love how much paint you're still holding, paintbrush. That's so helpful. Holy cow. Like, yes, that is mostly the color I'm going to be doing, but chill out. And we'll see if I get extra points from Kvelds for this one. If I did the tails good enough. I'm gonna need to plug in my phone after stream because I've had it up with references on it the whole time. I think I'm gonna do some Poiful and some black, and then tone the comet a little bit towards the blue side. See if I finish these 3, then I will have 3 to do next time, which seems manageable. And then we can move on to the color of the month. I am going to be gone for the end of July because I'm going to Canada to visit Sleepy and Tomato and then visit Cap, which means there will be no streams. I forget what dates I set it specifically, but I did say on my little announcement sheet when I was coming back what days. I gave myself a couple days on either side just to like recover from traveling and like prepare for traveling. I have already started having got to the airport without all of my stuff dreams for leaving. I also had a dream last night that I was late to my own stream. Which is like, that's something that nobody warns you about when you start streaming, is that suddenly you have nightmares about not streaming correctly or not showing up to your own stream. Which is very funny to me. Because I do definitely, like, before I started streaming, I had dreams where I was watching people's streams. And I was just, like, typing in chat. Which is funny, because you aren't supposed to be able to, like, read in your dreams, I guess, is a thing that I've heard. I definitely can. Like, I can actually full-on read stuff, and sometimes, like, my brain will, like, full-on copy a page from a book that I've been reading, which is wild to me. Like, why can you do that and not let me remember to brush my teeth or, like, produce serotonin so that I can get through a day? Like, how dare you? Freaking rude. Interesting. Well, do you have your glasses on when you dream stars? Just out of curiosity, because I think you have, like, more intense glasses than I do, eh? My glasses are not very intense at all. Like, I don't really need to wear them unless I'm trying to read, like, street signs or something. Because I know that was a thing for my mom. She had, like, really, like, thick glasses. And that was part of the reason that she couldn't read in her dreams, because she didn't have her glasses on. Which is interesting. Oh, dreams are weird. Brains are weird. Interesting. Okay. That is interesting how much darker that looks on screen than it does in person. Intriguing. Okay. We'll let that background dry for a bit, and we will get back to it. I think I'm gonna do the blanket next, because that's something I'll want to let dry too. I'm realizing I don't know Doodle's favorite colors. I think I will do just kind of like some blotchies here, and then shade over the top of that. And just some gray, probably. If I don't know Doodle's favorite color, what color do I think will play well with the skin tone? I think purple and blue, probably. Let's do some purple in here. I think staying away from pink is probably the right answer. So weird to me how pieces of this paper dry so freaking fast. Like, you're not done yet. You're done when I say you're done. I would love if Doodle popped back in suddenly and was like, what the fuck, Katie? Like, hey, that's me. Nah, I think it's funnier if it happens without any prompting. That's when it would really tickle me. This Doodle does like to threaten violence when they get surprised. Exactly, Shawnee. Needs to be organic uses. intensify that purple a little bit. I feel like it oozed out a little bit too much. I do need to get a smaller brush around here somewheres. And do the edges here. There's some white spots over here. I'm just going to push the pigment around a little bit while it's still wet to fill in these spots. I don't think they look bad, but I do want it to be fully colored. I'm doing this with one paintbrush and not wiping it off in between. We'll mix some of the colors a little bit, which I think will look nice. Unify it a little bit more. Okay, I need to let that dry now before I can start working on stuff that's like right next to the banky. Let me see. Oh, this works. Just grab some random color that's on there. That'd be good. Yeah, that'll work great for the rainbow. Let's do that. I did show Rainbow the art fight I'm working on now. Not on stream, but the one that I started. I was working on this morning before stream. She thought it was really funny, so I'm pleased. I want the rainbow to be like more pigmented towards the brick and then ease out. I might end up doing a second layer. Just get it a little bit more intense. I could also just shove my hand in wet paint and make a little blood splatter. That works too. And the problem with these brushes is they really hold on to colored pigment like really intensely. Which means that it kind of makes a mess. It's fine. It's a doodle. You don't need to worry about it too much. Where did I just put that? Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see why these brushes were on sale. They are good. They are good points, but they do really hold on to pigment. The red isn't as intensely pigmented as the purple is, so I probably will go back over that. Maybe right now. I'm gonna also need to figure out a terracotta color at some point, which I don't think will be difficult, but It's something to think about. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is like alternate which stripe I'm doing so that I do have like a nice line in between the colors. Which means we're gonna, all of these three are going to have drying stages in between, and we'll work on the other ones. Then hopefully I get those all done today, and then I can finish these next time, like the prompts in general. Because after this one, I have Sparkly Cow, I have Bun Dead, and I have Hot Chocolate. Which those ones, I think I can bang out 3 next time. And then, oh, I started talking about this earlier, and then I didn't actually say the thing. But I think the next thing we're gonna work on for color and focus, I'm gonna paint an eggplant, and then we're gonna have an eggplant emote for reasons. I mean, if Twitch lets it through, which I think they should, like it isn't overtly anything, you know what I mean? We just really like eggplant here. I think that will be funny. Yeah. I feel like my immediate thought when I thought of, like, I was thinking about things that are the shade of purple that is the color this month. And my immediate thought was, Shawnee would have so much fun with an eggplant emote. Okay. Let this dry and then we can go back to it. Maybe I want to do a background color for this one too. I don't know. I do get more points if I do like a pattern or something in the background versus no background for the art fight stuff. But there's not like a huge amount of room around Doodle. I might just do some like little wavies or something. Are you dry? Not fully. Are you dry? Yes. Alright. Let me switch. This is my very favorite ACS song. Well, this one and another one are my 2 favorites, I guess. This one and Megalomaniac. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to do this kind of blue toned. Ooh, that's way too much blue. I love that. Because I mean, you can do that once it's there. I don't know who I would boot for the eggplant. I would need to look, because I can look at the numbers and see what gets used the most. But I don't remember all my emotes is the short answer. But I'm not particularly fond of the lull. I don't remember if I've removed that one already or not, because I did have to remove one to add Angie, which was a necessity. We needed Angie. Because I use Rainbow's version of that all the time when I'm being a brat. Hi, baby. I think I want both the pickle and the eggplant. Because I think with both of them, if Twitch tries to pull something on me, I can be like, hey, but we also have a pickle. Like, you just like vegetables. What do you have against vegetables? Are you eating enough fiber? You know? I also just like the pickle. But I do think like moving away from some of the Celeste emotes is probably the right idea now that I have my persona, which I've only started calling it my persona this week. Yes, Shawnee, exactly. See, I knew you'd have fun with it. I'm gonna add a little bit more intense blue in here. Maybe a little bit of green. I want to use some cobalt teal. Yes, people really like that one, and I'm really proud of that one, honestly, because the animation on that one is really good, considering I'm not like a pro animator, you know? So I would probably keep that one, honestly, even if I move away from Celeste a little bit. Well, knock off Celeste, it's not really Celeste. Some of the elements are similar, but it's not like a one-for-one. But I might also be able to change that one, like go over my own animation to make it into my possum, maybe? I don't know. But I do know that and the pickle are my most used emotes outside of my stream. Which is great. I love that for us. I'm having an issue with this little black blob right here. So let's just scrub that out a little bit. We can scrub out our sins. It'll be fine. 'Cause that was harsh in my vibe. Yeah, you just got a pickle. And it's a really fun one to just like... It's one of those hyper-specific emotes where you drop it in somebody's chat when they're talking about pickles, and they're like, why do you have that? Why do you have an emote for this specific situation? And it's always fun, you know? Yeah, we love our pickle. That painting also sold really fast, honestly. I was expecting it to just not sell. But apparently, my dad is the one who bought it. Apparently there's like a pickle festival or something where he's at. So like getting pickle things is like a big thing. I don't know. Okay, I think I do want to do some like big white ink over the top of this for some of the more intense areas. Let me not mark up a piece that I'm actually thinking on. Use a scrap paper, please. Just add a little bit. I did kind of make this like earth colors, which is interesting. I didn't do that on purpose. I think that looks like a comet, and we'll see if Cavelds agrees with me. Because I'll show you guys, you can barely see it, but I'll show you guys the reference image I was using. I think the vibes are correct. Is it perfect 1-for-1? No, but I wasn't trying to make it be a perfect 1-for-1. I might darken up the end tails a little bit just to show that they're like dispersing a little better. Yes, hello, Mr. Baby Man. How are you doing? Yeah? Oh, the other pair of hands isn't cutting you? So you had to come to the backup hands? And you're right, I usually do end by now. And then I go back to my room and you get to sit with me while I eat lunch. I think just adding a little bit of light grays in here. Shawnee says hello to you, Mr. Baby Man. Mr. Baby Man says he's not in the office right now. Oh, Mr. Baby Man just spooked himself by sniffing a cardboard box too hard. I think that feels a little bit better. Yes, hello, hello. Yes, you're a beautiful little baby man. Yeah, hi. I did post a video of Mr. Baby Man in my Discord today. So if you wanted to see some little baby man action, you could go check there. I have been posting a fair amount of photos of him. Because, like, why wouldn't you? He's just a little baby man. Yeah, here, let me move that. I know you want to go over onto there. I know, I keep moving things where you don't want them to be because you're trying to go places. No. No, you aren't supposed to do that. You're going to get sprayed. I am a horrible offender. I just sprayed Baby Man because he was clawing the furniture. You don't even really need to get him with the mist. Just spraying it, he doesn't like the noise. It's the same spray bottle I use for wetting my palette and stuff. Not a fan. Not a fan, Mr. Baby Man. Yeah, exactly. Gotta spray him. Are you gonna behave now? Yes, I will pet you, but you need to not scratch the furniture. Which is why you have like 35 scratching items around. Yes, we gotta keep our pickles moist, for sure. But not our baby man's moist. I don't know how he feels about baby man pickle being moist. What do you think? You want your pickle to be moist? No? Okay. He, anytime my hands are wet from, like, the kitchen sink, and he sees me turn, he will book it down the hallway. So I think somebody in his life does the, like, splatter with wet fingers at him, and he doesn't like it. I think perhaps he just does not like moisture. Which is valid. Yeah, if you're gonna scratch something, you should scratch that. That's the correct choice. Okay. Let me see. Let's work on this one a little bit. Or are we dry enough? Yeah, you are. Let's do this. And down. And down. There you are. Okay. Let's get some orange in here. I do have a new orange that I've been using, which is nice. It is very opaque though. I have to be a little bit careful with it, especially around the ink lines. Okay, I do think that I lightened that up enough that it won't be too bad. I am going to, when I end stream, need to make a difficult decision. Because 2 of my friends are streaming. I'm gonna have to pick which one we should go visit. It's one of the hardest decisions a streamer can get. Hi, baby man. Move that orange a little bit too far over the line. I don't wanna color up our yellow. Okay, and I think Hooker's Green is the right call for this. Because 1, it's a funny name, and 2, it's a good green. I guess technically 3 of my friends are streaming and 2 of them are on the same stream. Since I'm gonna be doing art, I might go to Rainbow. Rainbow is a lot better for co-working than Sleepy is. Because, I antagonize Sleepy too much. I'm not as focused. Yeah, for sure. It is, like, I feel bad a lot of times, like, not in, like, a concrete, like, oh, why would you do that kind of a way, but it is kind of like, I have a limited amount of times that I can show up for people. And I want to be able to watch everybody, but I just cannot. Like, 1, I don't do well with a lot of sounds. So if I have more than 1 stream going, I will explode. And 2, my laptop can't handle that either. So I will, like, what I have been doing is popping a lurk on my iPad while I'm working on it, because I can close the image tab basically in picture-in-picture, so I can just shove it to the side. So I still give whoever I'm watching revenue from ads, and then I'll have somebody else up on my laptop. But you can only do so much. I think this is cute. I like this. This was a good idea. Ugh. Move over there, please. Okay. Let's work on some more doodle, shall we? I love that this paintbrush tip ended up sucking up so much orange that it looks like this is the original color for it. Like, it got so dyed, because this is the color for these brushes. It's white, but they suck up the pigment and get dyed so much that, like, it looks like it was a, like, taupe color. I don't know what you call that. Absolutely wild. Okay, I'm gonna decide what color I want to do Doodle's skin for 1. I think doing a yellow ochre forward kind of color is correct here, because that is about the right color. Yeah, for sure. And it's just like, it's not that I don't want to spend time with somebody or whatever, it's just like there's so much going on all the time forever, you know? But there's only so much you can do. And honestly, overall, lurkers are the absolute backbone of Twitch. Like, without lurkers, none of us would get anywhere. Okay. I'll do this color. This is yellow ochre mixed with a little bit of wisteria to tone it down just a touch. Yeah, most people, like me included, are super understanding. Like, if you can't be here or whatever, if you can't lurk or whatever, it's fine. Like, don't feel guilty about it. Some people get, like, really up in arms, and those are the kind of people that you don't want to give your time in general. I think I am going to make the piercings on this one metallic. Just for kicks and giggles. I think I might use a little bit of colored pencil to like give a little blushy to the cheeks. Because that's cute. But yeah, I know, especially on Friday mornings, like, I overlap with a bunch of other people. So, like, I get it. You don't need to worry about it. I'm not judging you for not hanging out here. There are a lot of cool people who I would be hanging out with too if I was not actively streaming. Yeah, absolutely, Shawnee. Yeah, and we understand. Like, you know that I understand because I've told you that loudly and repeatedly. And yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's just nice to not really interact and just kind of vibe. Which is why I say that specifically in my going live messages that I use on socials. So, like, you can come chat, or you can just, like, sit there and hang out. Like, whatever makes your life a little easier today, you know? And that's also part of the reason why I have the lurkers welcome, like, lurker friendly tag on my stream. Like, if you want to just chill and vibe, that's perfectly valid. For a while, like, in one of the streams that I was a regular in before my depression got really bad, I'd gotten a, I don't remember how I got it. I don't remember what the, like, deal was, but I had a custom stream entrance, basically, that would show up in chat if I was there. It wasn't if I talked, it was if I was in the list. Like, so whenever I showed up, it would give me the little entrance, so I could not lurk in that stream with my like main account. So I have a second account that I use just like if I need to check my own stream and see if something's going on, kind of a situation. So I used my second account to lurk, and it ended up with like me not being comfortable going there for a long time, even though I really enjoyed the people and wanted to like sit there and vibe, because I just did not have the spoons to interact with anybody. So I definitely don't do that kind of thing. I don't think you can even do that anymore, because it was one of the like old bots that I think got eaten up. Because I do know that I don't have that in that stream anymore. So I think that the bot who did that died. There was like, I think maybe it was Moobot back in the day. Moobot no longer exists. Nightbot still exists, but it's way different than what it used to be. Yeah. I always shout at you if I'm in chat. But that's just because I'm always excited to see you. Like, even if you don't have the spoons to hang out with us, which again, perfectly valid, You will know how excited I am to see you, even if I don't get to talk to you. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I do it. It might have been smarter to do this in a different color and then shade with black, but we already did it, so. I also think I'm going to get rid of those highlights and then put them back in, because I don't like the way they look. Oh my god, baby man just walked out as I was swishing my paintbrush and he did not like that. Yeah, you just don't like water, huh? Which is fair. Yeah, hi. Yes, you did ask for pets very nicely, so I will pet you. He's learning that if he doesn't scratch at my door, if he just stands out there and meows, I will come and open the door, but if he scratches at the door, I will not open it. And he's picked up that if he just stands next to me and squints at me, I'm more likely to pet him than if he tries to steal my hand from whatever I'm doing. Slowly but surely. Yeah. Especially with like wall paints and stuff. You really need to slap the shit out of them. Yep, you're just a little baby man. You are, it's true. You're just a little baby man. Who happens to be the CEO of a company. Yep. Little baby. You're just a little baby. You're just the littlest baby who ever existed. He really likes being pet like right in between his eyes. Which is all fun and games until he moves his head and I stab him in the eyeball with a fingernail. Again, I still have not figured out the right amount of water to hold in these paintbrushes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But it isn't like cap level. He's got little wispies. Okay, let me just pick that up and redo it. That's better. Same color for the nose. I mean, me too, I get it. I warned Cap that I was just going to be touching his beard constantly. Because I like the sound it makes. The little scritchy scratchy noise. I have a baby man out here. Brother Bean is here. Stars has said happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you, Stars.
Greg says thank you, Stars. If you couldn't hear that, I don't know. He's flipping back and forth. He's like, who will give me the most pets? And the answer is really neither of us, but he won't accept that. Yeah, he wants attention. We're neglecting him horribly. Shawnee also says happy birthday. Greg says thank you. Okay. I will also just drop my phone really loudly. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's pink and blue. Yeah. Because that art looks kind of orangey. Pink and blue in that one. I'm trying to figure out Doodle's eyes. think it's... Hi, Tiavra. I will let him know. He's wandered out of the room, but I will let him know, everybody who said happy birth. So I think I'm going to tone this down with a little bit of orange, the pink, because it does look a little bit orange toned in the rough sheet that Doodle posted. But that's this eye. Which, yeah, this is not beating the looking high allegations with that one. Then it's like a bright blue in the other one. Ooh, my leg hurts. I'm old, so you guys know. It is absolutely wild to me that I am aging again. I do need to do some shading inside of the nose as well. Yeah, right. Smash Mouth was right. Years do start coming and they don't stop coming. I don't know that I hit the ground running anymore though. I'm tired, you know. I don't think this is my best shading job that I've ever done, but that's okay. So I need to do the inside of the nose. Maybe eyeballs dry? I think yes. So I can do the pupils. I think I will also add, I was gonna say highlights instead of highlights, but you know what? I'm gonna add highlights, aka the highlights in the eyes, with white ink since I'm already planning to do a little bit of that on the hair. I don't know, Doodle just looks really high. Which is valid. Like, Doodle should be allowed to get high and be cozy. This is gonna be Doodle the day they get home from the hospital when they're still a little loopy. Oh, that's too much water again. I don't know why I can't figure out like the water level I need for these brushes. But I sure am having some difficulty with it. I think I need to shade the ears a little bit more too. need to let you dry a little bit more before I add ink. And I need to decide what I'm doing with the background. I might just leave it white. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't need to be art fight brained constantly, you know? I can just do whatever. Here. Let's see, I can clean up my palette a little bit. Oh my, I hope you guys didn't hear my wrist clicking when I did that. Hey! Wrist has been bugging me today. I think it's just because it's like allergy season. So my inflammation in general is worse. You would spread all over the palette, Hooker's Green. How dare you? Okay. I'm trying to mix some terracotta vibes here. I think some of this and some of this. Maybe some of this. That's too yellow, actually. Yeah. More orange. Maybe a little bit of red, actually. Yeah. That's it. We got it, boys. Yeah, yeah. Although I don't think the rest of us will let Sleepy forget. Because I know Sleepy is busy streaming right now, unless Sleepy is running ads, and then they might be here. But I won't go into super details. But I am working on an art fight attack for them that I think I'm gonna hold off for until their birthday. So I think I'm gonna get it done and then hold it. Thank you for checking. Yeah, I figured they were working on trucking. Trucking and fucking is all that I crave. Sleepy birth is the 13th. And actually, I will send you something after. Well, no, I should send it to you now, or I'm gonna forget. Honestly. Yeah, a little over a week. Let me- Secrets. Oh no, I did already. Okay, I couldn't remember who I did or who I didn't. Oh, interesting stars. Yeah, should we all call your grandma? You don't want to explain to her who all these people are that you met on the internet? Wow. Do you think picking up some of that pigment with the paper towel gave some good texture here? Which is valid. Like, I think we'd have to sing them in German, though. Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know enough German to do that. I mean, I don't know like any German, but same difference. There was one time where Calibros, my friend who is from Finland and therefore speaks Finnish, where he was working on some papers, and I was like, "Oh, if you want me to proofread stuff, I'm happy to do that," because that was back when I was doing like paper proofreading as like for money, to help students out, and like I didn't even think about it because like Calibros always speaks English around us. And he was like, well, only if you can read and write Finnish. And I was like, ah, yes, that is a bit of an issue. I hadn't started learning Finnish then. Like, I still do not know enough Finnish to, like, edit a paper for somebody. Like, but. Do I want to leave the sparkles white or do I want to do a color? I think if I leave them white, I want to do a background color. Which I don't know what I would want to do for that either. Maybe violet or pink? Pink would be cute. I'll do pink, I think. Or maybe I'll do pink down here and then violet up here. Like lavender, I mean. Because those are two of the colors in like the original Pride flag that aren't included here. I just did the simplified 6. I stopped myself sneezing again. I know you guys need to hear every single time I do that. I just think it's really funny. I don't know. Okay. What else did I need to do with Doodle? I needed to add white ink. I wanted to add some silver for the piercings. That's going to be like final steps stuff. Yeah, good, Shawnee.
You're doing amazing, sweetheart.
Thank you. I will say I'm kind of pleased that I turned 2 of these into art fights. Okay. What am I doing? Nobody knows. I think, oh, I guess I could add the white ink, and then I wanted to do like little blushy with colored pencils here. Yeah. I did, the first attack that I did was on potato. Well, it was friendly fire, but I was like, I need to do this anyway, so I did this for potato, and that was my very first art fight attack ever. So, a little treat. I don't think the blushy is helping with the high allegations here. Actually, I think I'll have some salmiakki because that's sitting right in front of me. I will also have a sippy. Thank you, Shawnee. Okay, sippy first. Man, I really locked in today. I'm just realizing I've been live for 3.5 hours. Which is fine. Like, that's not a problem. Just usually I notice when I hit 3 hours because I'm like, I'm so tired. Okay. White ink. Not that one. Not that one either. This one that's sitting over here. Yes, thank you, Shawnee. I wanted to do a little eye highlight here. I have locked in, baby. Make that better than what I had. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I also think I will add a little bit of a shine spot to the nose. I think that's cute. Yeah. Yeah, it's cute! And if we know anything about Doodle, it's that they're cute. Okay. I wanted to do background for this one. And I think that's dried enough that we can do that. And then I think that's the coffee, Shawnee. Because I did specifically make iced coffee for today because I am perkier when I have coffee and I'm aware of it. That's also probably why I've been more focused, honestly, because I had both my meds and coffee this morning. So, like, my brain is locked in. I'm not 100% sure on Doodle's ref if those are gauges or if they're piercings, like just plain piercings. Oh, I guess they have shine spots there, so they're gonna be really good. Well, no. I think they're gauges, actually. I should color those with the pink color. Oh, pink. I did Wisteria for that. Ugh. My nose itches. Oh my god, Greg sneezed so loud. Did you guys hear that? I know sometimes it picks up when I'm on call with Cap. Okay. Now actually. Where's this guy? You still have green in you? Or are you gonna behave? Okay. I'm gonna do pink down here and then lilac up top. guess I could do a little bit of like aqua up front too. And then we would get all of the colors of the 2017 Gilbert Baker flag in. Here's the one I like to use. Because Gilbert added another color in 2017, the lilac for, I think it's diversity or inclusivity, one of those. Also known as the "Can you guys stop being dicks about this" color. Do you think since I've given the other two pieces in this little 3B a background, I will do some sort of color behind Doodle? What color? I don't know. Maybe orange? Orange might look nice. Do you think maybe I'll use some of the metallics on the sparkles here since I'm going to be using it, excuse me, for Doodle anyway. That means I'm going to get mica in my paint water anyway, so. And that would look cute, probably. Okay. I think orange will look good. I think it will. It'll play off the blues. Let's see. Take it away, young Bay. Do you think for my purposes this one counts as polished? I need to figure out like my own standards for that, for checking the box, because I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the guidelines. The cab said that he'd count my other one, the one that I did for potato, as polished, and I was like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like that to me. I don't know what counts as polished. I'm not shrimping, I'm not. Like, I don't know, can you still see? No, because my hand's in the way. I am leaning forward, but I'm not shrimping. The thing about this table, like if I'm leaning in to paint, I need to sit upright because otherwise the table is too tall for me. You should check Sleepy. Sleepy is always shrimping. Like literally anytime you think to use that command, they go, oh, I was shrimping. Every single time. I think maybe it was Sleepy setting off the shrimp sense. Okay, good, good. I do think that the orange looks good with the blanket, but I do think that it looks a little too samey with the face up here. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of red up there. Or magenta. Let me make a decision here. We have the technology. I think I add a little bit pink. Actually, a little bit of pink adds like so much pink. This pink is just like really intense. I think the orange is a bit too similar to the skin tone I did here, so it doesn't look as good. I do think that a little bit of pink helps separate it a little bit. And we can kind of give it sunset vibes. I do really like this orange with the pink. It makes a very pretty coral color. There. Oh, 100%. I popped into Pioneer stream for a bit yesterday. I was mostly just lurking, but I popped in and gave him a hydrate redeem while I was in there. Which Pioneer's times don't always line up when I can be there, but okay. Did the white ink. Now I think it's just metallics, and then we'll do metallics on those sparkles, and then we're done. And then I have to decide who we're rating. Then I have to make more decisions. I want to do silver for the piercings. What color do I want to do for the sparkles? I have like a light green sparkle here. I have an orange. Do I have salmon in here? That one's really pretty. That one's fireweed. That one is also pretty, but will be kind of samey with the background. Yeah, wild salmon. I think that one will go. It's got like pink color sparkles, and then it's kind of like an orangey pink. So I think that'll go good with everything we've got on there. And we'll kind of mirror the brick color a little bit. Let me see. Let me see here. Oh, I do still need to put the names on the back of all of these ones. I definitely didn't do that when I started, which I've been trying to do just so that I don't forget, but it's not that big a deal. I have a list of what prompts or what belong to Hoomst. I think this orangey is different enough that it won't look too samey on the rainbow orange here. Well, fireworks. Like, why? It's 2 in the afternoon and it is so sunny out that you could not see a single spark. Like, that's the only thing that annoys me the most about fireworks here during the 4th of July is that the sun is up until like midnight. You can't see them. So how about you all just shut up? Just a thought. Well, I guess I could have done gold for these two. That would have been pretty, but this is also pretty. Alright. There is our prompt gay. I'm gonna add color coming off of that. Maybe I'll do it right now. Actually. Right, Shawnee? Like, if I wanted fate to fist me, I can choose a vast amount of other options. I don't think that makes like a big difference, but I do like it. Maybe I'll go over that with a little bit of colored pencil. For those colors that are kind of samey there. I also like, we aren't under a burn ban right now, but there was one summer where we were under a burn ban for July 4th, and a bunch of people set off fireworks anyway. I was like, you're gonna fucking kill us all, can you not? Like, if you can't deal with not having Splody for half a second, like, perhaps you need to, like, think on that and figure out what's wrong with you, instead of endangering literally all of our fucking lives. Ridiculous. Orange. Yellow. And a green. I need a purple. I don't think that's showing up really well. That's okay though. Hey love, welcome home. I'm just finishing up these two and then I'm reading out. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. So this one is gay, which was a prompt Doodle gave me. Yeah, and this counts as an art fight attack. I realized partway through. The other prompt that Doodle gave me was cozy. I also did Hope with Tomato's Paw, which I think probably counts as an attack. I'm not quite done with Doodle. I'm adding some metallic for their piercings. But I realized that as I was sketching it out. I was like, it's a brick. Adding a little bit of metallics for some of these piercings. Exactly. Watercolor through the first brick at Stonewall. I didn't shade the teeth, but they're so small that I don't think that would help. Okay. There we go. I do still need to label these ones because I also did comment. So I cut these ones out of one piece of paper so that I can put them all together. Because I wanted the comment to be like angled. So I've got the comet, which is Cabell's prompt, and then I've got doodle on either side. Because I thought it was funny to have the comet and the brick going opposite directions. But I do still need to write on the back of these. This one, and again, I need to check how I was doing this. Doodle B. Yay. Oh, I can show you your finished hammerhead too. Because I don't think I was finished when you left. There you go. He's just a derpy little guy. Well, derpy long guy. Try. Yes. Oh, that's fair, sweetie. I think most of us know that feeling, because I think a lot of us have been feeling like that lately. But I'm about to end stream and go lurk with somebody. I haven't decided who I'm rating yet. But we could go play Stardew or something if you want to. I do need to eat lunch, but I think we still have leftover pizza, so that'd be fast. Okay. Oh, fucking fireworks. Where's my phone? There's my phone. I need to take a photo of this. I don't want to use that camera app. I want to use the other camera app. There we go. There were some last night, and Greg said he was okay with it. It was, once they started going off, I closed my window after a bit, so that probably helped. But Con was, like, mad that Greg kept him in his room as long as he did. Sorry, I just turned off the other light because I'm, like, breaking down stream, even though I'm not done streaming yet. Don't worry about it. Let me just put some stuff away, because I have stuff everywhere. I do need to put these colors away so Con doesn't eat them. Because we do not need Con having glitter poop. As fabulous as it might be. Go in the trash. This can go over here. I still haven't decided who I'm gonna raid. Rainbow and Sleepy are both live, and Sleepy is playing with Pioneer. Which technically means two of my friends are streaming on Sleepy's channel. But like, I don't know, decisions are hard. Let me also cross off the ones that I did today. I did gay. I did cozy. I did hope. I did hammerhead. I did comet, which means we have 4 left for next time. The sparkly cow, gorgeous bat, bun dead, and hot chocolate. And I think I can do those next stream and then be done with these, and we can move on to eggplant. Okay. Let me move over to the ending screen because that is in fact what is happening now, even if I haven't decided what the fuck I'm doing yet. Let me close that softly, y'all. Thank you, Johnny. I'm guessing there aren't a huge amount of people here to do the raid because a bunch of people are lurking because they're either in Rainbow's or Sleepy's stream because we all streamed at like the same time today. But if you would like to copy and pasta one of those raid messages, the top one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch. The bottom one has an emote that you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So you should copy and paste the one that works for you. And I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna flip a coin or something. Because I don't want to have to make a decision anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna say heads is Rainbow and tails is Sleepy because I feel like that's correct. Alright, Sleepy wins. I didn't want to make a decision. Let me... Man, I really streamed for like ages without taking a break. It's fine. I streamed for like 4 hours. What? Okay. I need to mute tab. I need to do this. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee, exactly. Actually... Yeah, Sleepy is in here, so I can just do that and make sure that I'm spelling it correctly. Okay, alright, that starts loading. I'm at that point where it's like, I decided to stop streaming, and so my brain's like, fuck you, actually, and just, like, disappears on me. So, which is why I'm saying the steps of everything I'm doing out loud. You're welcome. Let me put these away too while I'm thinking about it. Into the folder you go, thank you. Alright. Let me actually start the raid, that's the next step. Oh, interesting, you can't do it like that. So raid you can't do with the @ but like shout outs and stuff you can do, that's interesting. Alright, thanks for being here, thanks for hanging out, thanks for being niceys to me. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me, because I think that you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's hard. So let's work on being nicer to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here and talk about our victories, or just get a top up on some kindness. I will be back on Monday, and I won't be, streaming on Wednesday because I have my last post-op appointment after surgery. So yes, Monday, no Wednesday, yes, Friday. So I will see y'all next week. And yeah, okay, bye.